Guys, to the week 4 recap. I know it's really, really late, and while I'm doing this, Thursday Night Football is already in play, but I feel like I owed you guys a recap, so I'm a man of my word. I'm going to make sure it gets done. I am now taking over as the commish for these recaps, no longer going to use Corny J, so if you need to know the difference between the two, my haircut's way better. But I kept the lights real dim because nobody wants to see my ugly face. So, we have some news to take care of. First things first, everybody pay your money, pay your $50. Week 5, end of week 5 is the cutoff. We talked about it before. It's the beginning of division games this week. So everybody pay your money. Please pay me your money. You can Venmo me, you can PayPal, you can Zelly, you can Cash App. If you need to know how to get to me and get me that money, please just reach out to me personally and I can tell you how to send those dollars. Right now, both the Britneys have paid, Alex is paid, Sean is paid, and Cody has paid. If I'm missing anybody, let me know. I still have to pay myself. And my wife has to pay me, but I'm going to let her pay me in a different way.
I'll pay cash.
Never mind, she'll pay cash. So, after I've just grossed everybody out, let's go ahead to last week's recap. All right, so Chalupa Batman, 174 points over Goodell's Chosen One, 125 points. Let's start with Goodell's Chosen One. I seriously paid Brandon Cooks, who gets the 0 award this week, and I'm ashamed of it because I played him over my best receiver, Terry McLaurin, who gave me 21.8 points on my bench. It is a reason why I'm 0-4. I deserve to be 0-4. I could have literally played any other receiver on my roster and got more points, except for the 0 award Brandon Cooks has. That's why his ass got dropped. You're more than free to have him, guys. You're welcome. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to enjoy my last solid week of having Mike Davis ball out for me because Run CMC will probably be back in week 6. So, with that being said, he balled out, and I'm enjoying him, and he's going to be a soldier that I'm going to really feel bad about dropping. Let's drop on to Chalupa Batman. So, Chalupa Batman dropped 174 points. I hate to say this, Chalupa Batman, you'll probably never drop 174 points for the rest of the season. If you do, you're probably going to do what you did to me, smack that ass and win. Funny thing is that Odell Beckham Jr. pretty much single-handedly beat Dallas and put you in a position to completely mollywop me with 41 points. The sad part about all this is my main man, George Kittle, did me so wrong. He hit me up with a 41-pointer as well. Even Jared McKinnon gave me 22 points, just knocking it upside my head. I'm a 49er fan. They're supposed to look out for me, not do this to me. And it made it even worse is that we lost the game. So it wasn't even like it was worth it that they did this to me and we won after I showed that beautiful championship stein with that 49er logo. You can't trust the man. No loyalty in this game. All right, let's jump on to Tyrons Doctor with 161 points over the Waterboy. 134 points. This breaks the streak. Waterboy was undefeated, but no longer that way. Finally, somebody Bobby Boucher, and let him know what his mama can't do and what his mama is wrong about. So shout out to Tyrons Doctor there. But let's talk about the Waterboy for a second. He had a normal, regular performance from Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is mortal. Only gave him a mortal 27 points. Then he has that killer combo of Kamar and Aaron Jones, who are still incredible with, giving you 20 and 22 points respectively. But the funny thing about this lineup is that I did not know that Jimmy Graham still existed. And yes, Jimmy Graham does exist, and you started him as a tight end. I don't even know what points he gave you. It's just funny that the fact that Jimmy Graham is still playing football after I killed them all last year. Tyrons Doctor. So, what can Dak do for you? You know what? Only average 41 points a game. God damn. And Tyrons Doctor, on his own show, Fantasy Football Dynasty, check it out if you have not, did say that he thought Dak was going to finish as the number 1 quarterback this year. Looks like it's holding true. Baby Chark is going off with 29, coming off an injury. So, you can't get no better than that. Also, you're welcome, Tyrons Doctor. Allen Robinson continues to go off, especially with Nick Foles throwing him the ball. I don't know what they're doing right now as they're watching Thursday Night Football, but like I said, last week he went crazy for you. The crazy thing about it is, though, that you had Kansas City's defense on your bench who gave you 27 points. So this blowout could have been way worse. Granted, it wasn't a good matchup for Kansas City, but if you would have played them, it could have been way worse. Let's jump on over to JK47, who had 127 points over Waste Management, who had 113 points. Waste Management, you may be the second worst team in this league. But you did start off on your Thursday night game great with Melvin Gordon giving you a crisp, clean 28.8 points. Really was off for just one run. But hey, points are points, fantasy points are fantasy points. If you can get one win, you may be in there, Waste Management, because Michael Thomas is going to get healthy really, really quickly. And once he gets healthy really, really quickly, your team becomes Darkwing Duck. If anybody knows that reference to this catchphrase, you know why I said that. Probably want to go ahead and stop playing, T.Y. Hilton. And I'm pretty sure if Michael Thomas comes back, you're pretty much going to stop playing T.Y. Hilton. He's washed up. It's over for him, man. JK47 got 43.1 points for Joe Mixon. Guys, if it's any incentive to trade with Goodell's chosen one, this is the incentive. Because Allen Robinson went off after I traded him. Joe Mixon just went off after I traded him. So when I send you a trade offer, take it, because it's just going to turn out in your favor. But Joe Mixon went for 43.1 points. So shout out to JK47 for making that trade and that deal and balling out with them. Also, week 6, you're getting Run CMC back, so now you get even more dangerous. You just pray that Cam Newton comes back, because obviously Julian Edelman doesn't catch any passes from Brian Hoyer or from Stidham. That was just god-awful. So, again, you're getting Cam Newton back, means Edelman's value will raise up for you. And I don't think he's done anything for this Thursday night game, but O.J. Howard went out for the season, so Gronk may have some value for you going down the stretch here. Let's go ahead and jump to Dumpster Fire, 97.65 points over Saints Are Sinners at 90.85 points. Let's jump with Saints Are Sinners, and I want to jump with them first because we have another Zero Award winner. Put the goggles up on me. Yes, Calvin Ridley. Do not disappoint. Did not leave me by myself. You know what? He probably looked in the hallway, saw Brandon Cooks in the Zero Award winner line over there and said, you know what, Brandon Cooks? I can't let you do this by yourself. I'm a nice guy. I'm going to jump in that line right in there with you and give 0 points to the owners. Sad thing about it is you lost by 7 Saints or Sinners. So if Calvin Ridley would have done anything that he typically does, you win that game. And I know I'm just pouring salt on the wound, but this is what the recap is all about. All right, you at least got something out of Jarvis Landry, though. I don't know how long that's going to go, but that's a positive, right? Right? I don't know if he's going to be throwing left-handed bombs every week, but again, something's better than nothing. Also, why the hell are you starting Dallas's defense? Being completely honest, I mean, if anybody's watched one Dallas game, which you did watch because the Falcons lost to them, you realize that Dallas defense can't stop a nosebleed. They can't even break their way through a wet paper bag. All the ways we can say that Dallas's defense sucks, I'm pretty much just insert there and say they suck. Stop starting them. All right, Dumpster Fire. Who the hell is M. Taylor for Green Bay? Like, I guess I can't talk because he did do better than Brandon Cooks and Calvin Ridley, but at the end of the day, I mean, M. Taylor, again, I don't even know what his first name is. That's why I put the M. Taylor there, just so I can make sure that nobody confuses him with Jonathan Taylor. All right, but let's hope that it's a speedy recovery for Austin Eckler. You just got some value out of him last game, and then this game, he kind of got injured. So, I mean, again, let's hope that it gets better and you can play him before the end of this season. But you did get an upgrade with Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt now is going to be the lead back because Nick Chubb is going to be out for a little bit. It does suck because now I can't make Chubb jokes all through the rest of this video. So I guess, I'll find maybe a good one to end on or maybe not. Also, I would say keep your eye on Will Fuller as well. Looks like because, Brandon Cooks can't even catch one singular pass in the whole game. Will Fuller looks like to be the number 1 in Houston. So, hey, you may have another number 1 receiver in your hands that could produce. Let's go ahead and jump to Don Vito, 162.25, over Off in Church at 134.45. As always, let's start with Off in Church. The 134 that you put up probably would have beat a lot of people in the league, but it seems like you just ran up against a buzzsaw with Don Vito. Josh Allen gave you 32.8, but it wasn't enough. Even Adam Thielen showed up to the party with a 26.2 game for you. I will start to say that Marvin Jones is becoming almost unplayable. I damn sure know he's unwatchable. Less because of him, more because he plays for Detroit, and nobody really want to watch Detroit. Well, except for Georgia fans, because they want to relive the moments with Stafford. But other than that, nobody wants to watch Marvin Jones Jr. or Detroit. But I will say you do have Jerry Jeudy on your bench, who's looking like the number one out there in Denver. So maybe time to switch him in and let the boy rookie play. Be thankful that you're getting Le'Veon Bell back. I don't know how much he'll produce, but it is better than some of the running back options you have. So, go for it that way. And another thing, too, you got Devin Singletary off a trade with myself. And Devin Singletary hasn't been gangbusters like the other two, but has been really serviceable for you for number two running back. So just keep that in mind. Don Vito, I was going to keep this short, but I'm going to keep it short, but I'm also going to lecture the whole league. Don Vito, you're the last undefeated team in the league. You have people on your bench putting up 28 points. That is how tough your team is. Aaron Rodgers dropped 40 for you. It's getting to the point that, your team is becoming unbeatable. Not because of how well you drafted, but also how well you were working the waiver wire. What is it? Tanyam, the Green Bay tight end, got 3 touchdowns and went crazy. So, that's clutch for you. You've been making little moves here and there that has just been helping you even more dominate this league. You picked up Wilson 2 weeks ago, and he went off for you 2 weeks ago. This week, not so much. So now, again, you had a great draft, and now you're even doubling it down by having great waiver wire pickups. So what I say to the league is that if you have empty spots in your benches, guys, please pick somebody up. Read your waiver wire articles. Talk to the experts, Matthew Berry, I don't care who you use. Fill your roster spots, because what's happening is you're letting people like Don Vito get even stronger, and it's going to make it even harder for you to beat him when you play him, because if something happens or injury, he has a good substitute that can walk right into that role and be successful. Guys, he still has people like Alshon Jeffrey on his bench. A.J. Brown, who's been injured, on his bench. Deebo Samuels, who just came back from injury. It's going to the point where his backups are going to score more than his starters or other people's starters in other games. Now, I know his draft situation, you could blame myself as the commissioner and Cody for making him so powerful with 2 number 1 picks. But outside of that, again, a lot of these guys he's beating everybody with are people he's picking up. So play the waiver wire, guys. I know it's a quick turnaround, Tuesday to Wednesday to pickups, but that gives everybody time to do the research, pick people up, figure it out. I need to stop seeing people with empty roster spots on their bench. Pick people up. Protect the game. All right. That is my lecture to everybody who's playing, because it's aggravating, and this guy, we're basically letting this dude run the league, and if Don Vito wins, my wife is going to have stupid bets to pay out because, she made stupid challenges that get stupid,
It's going to be round 2 of my Liddy draft.
Okay, well, again, when you make stupid challenges, you get stupid rewards. So whoever wins or loses it, again, I just don't want to deal with it. Speaking of Watermelon for Lokos, she beat Styling and Profiling 153.45 to 130.25. Let's start with Styling and Profiling. Finally, Amari Cooper gave you something with 33 points. But I will be a little bit concerned about DJ Moore-Higby. But you know what? I know you're a waiver wire genius, Styling and Profiling, so you'll figure your way out of this. But I wouldn't be surprised if people would, take offers that you sent them with getting rid of Keenan Allen, selling high. Because he is an asset that you could probably use to get something to upgrade here or there. But just throwing that out there. I know we talked about you getting tired of Antonio Gibson basically being shitty, and then he gets even shittier with you by dropping 23.8 on your bench. So I know how you like that. Let's go forward to Watermelon for Lokos. When Brady throws 5 touchdowns, you're typically going to win. When Mark Andrews catches 2 touchdowns, you're going to win. When Devontae Parker lives up to the expectations that he's supposed to live up with his whole career, you're going to win. With that being said, well, we know you won. That's what I was saying is you're going to win when all these things happen, because all of those things did happen. But I would say you to go ahead and try to start figuring out your running back 2 situation. But even with that team you got, you're going to win a bunch of games, and that's even with Cam Newton not being suited up. Let's jump right into the standings. All right, we got the Watch the Throne division. That championship spirit just never leaves, because Tyrons Doctor is number 1 in that division at 3-1. But he's being tailed closely by Styling and Profiling and JK47. Fuck you, Goodell's Chosen One, because you're the worst team in the league, and I hope you rot, and hope you get the number one pick by the losers bracket. Let's jump on to coming for the throne division. Don Vito's running that one with a 4-0 record, but let's not get it twisted yet because Watermelon 4 Lokos is out for revenge right behind him with a 3-1 record. Saints are Sinners are 2-2, and the second worst team in the league, Waste Management, bringing up the rear with 0-4. Let's jump onto the losers bracket. The Waterboy took that L, so now him and the Dumpster Fire tied up at 3-1, but the Waterboy is winning on points. So these next 2 weeks, because of the division game, should be really fun. Orphan Church and Chalupa Batman are holding it down at 1-3, so we can see how this is going to play out again, because division games are up. Let's talk about next week's matchups. Goodell's Chosen One tries to figure out another way that he can lose a game, but he plays the division leader of Tyrons Doctor. The Waterboy tries to recover from his first beating of the year by facing Chalupa Batman, and you know what they say about Batman when he gets time to prepare. Styling and Profiling projected to smash JK47. Both teams are 2-2, so this should be very heated. I love the division season. I love division games. Saints are Sinners looking to upset Don Vito to give him his first L in the rankings. So maybe Saints or Sinners will rise up. Hopefully somebody caught what I did there. Maybe they did. Orphan Church needs this win to remain competitive, so that she's playing Dumpster Fire. Dumpster Fire, you should just be a gentleman and go ahead and let, Orphan Church win one. You don't want God coming after you if you beat her. So, just throwing that out there for you. Watermelon 4 Lokos, this should be an easy win for you. You are playing Waste Management, and she sucks just as bad as Goodell's Chosen One. So, because I've said that I officially jinxed you, you will probably lose. All right. Oh, she gave me the finger, guys. Classy woman there. All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening to the Week 4 recap. Sorry it came so late because I got things to do, and I'm out here in these streets, trying to interview people, do my thing. And, again, pay me my money, guys. Pay me my money. I don't want to talk to the championship winner and be like, hey, look, I only got $100 for you because that's all the people that paid. All right, guys. That is all for it, and I'll see you next week.